Hello and welcome back to Recent Thoughts, the series where I just blatantly talk about whatever comes to my mind about my thoughts and feelings about one single topic. Today's topic comes from Rude, one of my friends actually, and he asks why I don't stream anymore. So, as fits, I am going to be talking about streaming as is. Now, as always, feel free to put me in the background. This is going to be kind of a podcast of me just talking. And let's start. I have a timer over here. I feel like I have started it way too fast, so I'm just going to reset it. 3, 2, 1, go. Now, we have 15 minutes to talk about streaming. Let me just start off by this. I don't really feel like I am made for streaming. I've tried it multiple times on multiple different channels actually. I started essentially just trying to stream back when I had my Abrix channel, which was the launchpadding channel on YouTube. I tried streaming, doing Ableton stuff and doing music stuff. That didn't really work out. I had a good amount of people watching, but I felt like I didn't have enough content to push out, or I didn't feel like the stream was as entertaining, and as it was, 20 viewers instantly became 2. And here we are. Same thing with this channel, or well, I mean, I would say with the MiMo brand. I have the same name on multiple platforms, so let's just call it a brand, whatever. I've tried streaming on Twitch. Again, I tried streaming gaming stuff. No music stuff. Nothing that comes remotely close to what I do on TikTok, and the songs and duets and stuff like that. And I don't know if it was the last episode. I think it was in the TikTok episode. I talked about the TikTok starting out as a promotional place for my streams. So I tried streaming even before doing the duet things. Because that's essentially the only genre of entertainment that I would really, really, really like to get kind of successful in. Not because I want the fame or the recognition in that field, it's just because I feel particularly challenged to do so. Ever since I've been on YouTube and started making, videos on YouTube, I've started out with essential Minecraft Let's Plays. Everybody does that. Just straight up gaming, motivated by the very real PewDiePie and everybody else, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. You know the kind of stuff that a teenage guy does, a teenager does, in order to get a bit of attention online, right? It's just Minecraft and that's it. And I've gone through that fairly quickly. I got bullied to hell to this, so I deleted the channel, and then I started doing the music stuff, and one thing fell into one place, into the other place, sorry, and here we are, right? So I really wanted to do gaming, just because I wanted to get successful in that, because I felt the challenge, because I never managed to get successful in that kind of brand, and I used to love gaming fully, and I still do. I've talked about why games are not fun anymore, and I kind of stand by that. I'll die on this hill. So I can't say that I'm in love with gaming nowadays, but I used to be. And so I decided fairly early on, after finishing high school, that I just want to stream while waiting for university to accept me, and for studies to start again. And I started out in March 2020, I think. Yes, 2020. I didn't have a lot of success as well. I started out, God, I think it was either Apex. Oh yeah, I remember it was Apex, because that's essentially the first time I got a couple of viewers, and then they never. Well, I mean, they came back, but there was never new viewers. That came in through that same thing. What essentially I started out with is playing Apex and just watching media share videos. And obviously people liked that because they could just post their memes anywhere. Over the time, though, it became fairly boring, because they started to just paste in either reused memes or just blatant, like, very weird stuff that is not even memes. It's just like music or whatever the hell else, despite me telling them not to. And that became clear that I don't really want to do that. So I switched it up, tried to switch the gaming kind of branch up, the genre. And I started doing, I think, story times things. And I started doing in real life streams as well. I remember I had a community challenge where I had to shave my beard or make pancakes. That was always very, very fun. So it's not the content kind of stuff that I lack. I have a lot of good ideas. For example, I rambled on about stuff like this on Dwifu's channel. If you want to check him out, go check him out on Twitch. He's called Dwifu, one of my close friends, and he streams. And I was just rambling about how to go viral and why games are not fun anymore. Excuse me. Yeah. So essentially that. I know how to go viral. I know how to, create content. I think what lacks in me as a person is the consistency to kind of upload that kind of content. It's not upload, it's just provide, right? I can manage a channel. I can manage multiple uploads and make a lot of stuff at the same time or after another. But that doesn't really matter to me. What matters though is the way my life is right now, and we are kind of getting close to the very first suggestion that I want to talk about when it comes to streaming. I like to suggest things to you. Here, listen to this. When you're trying to start a stream, you have to have a consistent lifestyle. Now, let me explain. With people like Tommy in it's a bit different. He's a phenomenon by itself, right? But let me start from the very beginning, right? Streams need consistency, or streaming needs consistency. If you stream once a year, then nobody will show up because everybody they'll forget you, right? So what you need to do is you need to set up a streaming schedule on, like, say, once a week I stream this and that, and then you have to constantly come up with new ideas for each and every stream that you stream, because the reason why people are not getting big on Twitch or on YouTube, whatever live platform, right, live streaming platform they go on, is they do the same thing without any creativity each week. So for that, you have to have kind of a balanced out life, right? With me, it's well, I mean, when I started streaming, I wasn't in law school, right? But the thing is, I still live with my family. I still live with my parents and my brother, which means, and everybody else, I think, can relate to this. Sometimes the mother comes in, sometimes the cat needs something, sometimes the dad needs something, right? You can't really depend on having consistent free time when you are in a family. Now, that might vary from family to family, but you still need a good amount of time to dedicate to family. I'm not saying, like, move out just to make content and stuff. I'm saying that probably as long as you're going to be in school and going to be living at home, you're not going to have a good consistent lifestyle to support your consistent Twitch streams. It's the same with university, right? You might think that just because we have a time schedule, just like in school, our lives would be consistent. Fuck no. I've never had anything more inconsistent than university as is, because sometimes you need to spend a couple more hours just to study here, or a couple more hours to study there, a bit more time to read this and that. And at the end of the day, you're very, very mentally exhausted. After a whole day of just blatantly studying and being in university, I don't feel like I can provide that kind of content that people would want to watch. I'm saying this with a question mark, because content can be whatever it is, right? But I think what lacks with me more is the motivation to do so after a very hard day. And what I'm saying is, well, I mean, you might think that, okay, I'm not in school, right? I'm not in school, I'm doing a job, I have a consistent life. Yes. But I'm not instantly saying that just because you have a job, you can't stream because you don't have enough energy in the day. That just depends from person to person, right? But a very good thing for streaming is actually having a balanced out lifestyle, or I would say a consistent life where not everything changes from day to day. And I can't guarantee that with my own life. Well, I mean, not right now in any way, shape, or form, right? I study law. For people that don't know, I study law, and law is very hard. Law needs a lot of care and a lot of learning time to actually understand, to be understood. And I don't feel like it's worth giving up on that just to, play a couple games and get a couple viewers, right? Having your priorities straight helps a lot in life. I would say that. If you want to stream, do so. It's funny how most kids nowadays think or dream that they want to be a YouTuber or streamer when they grow up and make money by playing games. The fucking laziest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry, but it just is that way. Because, earlier people wanted to be astronauts or whatever the hell, firefighters, right? Do something with, help out with society. Set your priorities straight on what you want to do with life. If you want to create content and go into the entertainment genre and work there, do so. I'm not disrespecting against that. It's just fairly weird for me, a very traditional person that has grown up with the thought in the back of my head that sometimes I do and I will need to grow up, and that nothing will be handed to me on a silver platter. And for that I need to work, and for that I need to put in my time. And the same thing goes to streaming. If you really want to do it, do it. You can put a lot of time in it, and sometimes it pays off, obviously, just like with a good amount of people that I know. But to answer the question, this is why I stopped streaming, right? I don't feel like I belong in the streaming genre. I can't put in the time consistently and the motivation consistently to make something very entertaining. It's like going on a radio station, right, and not having the thought or the nerves to just speak every 5 minutes, speak about something different. I don't think I can manage that and manage my real life. And to be fair, I really want, and I'm going to make the more adult decision, and prioritize my actual life, other than my streaming life or my online life or gaming as it is, right? But that's just the person I am. And I've been popular before and stuff, and I know what comes with it, and I don't feel like the payoff of being popular to like because of your streaming, I don't feel like it's worth it. I feel like it's very temporary and that it will go away, and then what will you do? What will we have, right? To be fair, that's for everybody else to decide, and for anybody to decide them for themselves. And I see we're closing with the time. Again, thank you for asking that question, Rude. Essentially, this is why I stopped streaming, and I still stream, but I will not do it consistently. I enjoy it sometimes, but not all of the time. If you are down, just post a comment, post a question or topic on what exactly you want me to talk about. We are out of time, as I see. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.